Thanks for clicking on this video and tapping in with your girl Indesha. Once again, I'm coming to you guys with 30 more journal prompts because my first journal prompts video did so amazing, and on top of that, it's just something that I'm very much interested in. I go through phases where it's like the most important thing, and then phases where I kind of like veer from it, and I'm back in the phase where it's just like I want to write, and I'm actually going to do a little challenge for myself. Maybe I'll record it or maybe not. I don't know if that's something that you guys would be interested in seeing. It's just like I have a bunch of challenges that I'm doing, but I'm taking it 7 days at a time. So I'm trying to create new habits, and this is just one that I just want to get back in the groove in, and maybe eventually it goes in and out. But anyways, I'm not gonna run along. I'm gonna give you guys these 30 journal prompts, and what's special about these 30 journal prompts, because it's supposed to provoke like positive feelings. It's supposed to, if they're all like really feel good posts. There's probably one that it's like it'll probably start from something that's a little bit dark, but then it's going to transition into something that feels good. So some of them are like really simple, but they're all supposed to make you feel good and think about things that you want, think about things that you dream of and desire. So because there's 30 of them, I'm gonna jump right in. All right. All right, so number 1, 500 things that you want. Make a list of 500 things that you want. Get in, like, when you sit back and just like randomly think of something, oh, I want this, I want this, I want this, make a list of that. Make an inventory of all of the things that you want, and as you start checking them off, actually physically go in and check it off, and then you'll realize how many things that you've actually obtained. And it could be finances, it could be just a goal, it could be materialistic things, it could be something that you want in a man, it could be or a woman, your partner, period. So 500 things that you want. Number 2, a bucket list. Everybody knows what a bucket list is. Number 3, what are your career goals? Jot that down. You know what I'm saying? Number 4, what are your relationship goals? And not just like, I mean, it could be anything that you want, but like really think about the type of partner that you want in your life and the type of relationship that you want to see yourself in the future. Number 5, what is the first thing that you think of when you hear the word success, and why? Like, what is success to you and why is that success to you? Number 6, who are you as a person, and would the opinions of your friends and family support who you think you are as a person? And if not, what can you change to make that impression better? It's all about bettering yourself here, honey. Thank you. Number 7, where do you want to be in a year? Big goals, which kind of pours into number 8. Write down your 3-month goals, your 6-month goals, and your 12-month goals. Number 9 is all about gratitude. Just dedicate some pages to gratitude. Just actually like block out 2 or 3 pages, and each day you just go in and you can like kind of bookmark that page or like mark it somehow, and in that page every day you go in. It could just be the back of your notebook. You start from the back and you just write down every day something that you're grateful for. Number 10 things that you'd like to learn, whether it's a language, how to sew, you want to learn about the moon cycles, you want an education on whatever it is. 10 things that you want to learn. And number 11, what was your best birthday ever? Number 12, who is your favorite person and why? Number 13, create a positive quotes page. It's always good to like read positive quotes and be able to like go back and like, you know, just kind of get that positive energy going. Number 14, a self-care list. Put together like 10 or 15 things that when you have a day or a half a day or even an hour you can do to like just take care of yourself, whether it's pampering, meditation, just like physically grooming yourself, any of those things. And then number 15, what is happiness to you? How can you obtain it? How do you maintain it? And how can you share it? It's important that when you get all this great stuff, you share it with the world, because it's only going to attract even more happiness into your life. Number 16, what are your favorite brands? Like, just jot down a list of favorite brands and think about how they make you feel, whether it's makeup, whether it's clothing, if it's something that's luxurious, if it's a hotel brand, who knows. Like, just write them down and even describe them if you want to. And number 17, who are your favorite YouTubers? Where do you go to that brings you joy or laughter or just like good vibes and good feelings? And I hope, if I am not one right now, that in the very soon future I'm on that list. Oh, number 10, and this is probably my favorite. Jot down 10 things that you can do to make someone else's day better. Oh my god, like, for me, there's one thing that I do like often, and it makes me feel really bubbly inside, that I can make someone else like day just a little bit better. I'll tell you a brief story in this, but recently there was a homeless guy sitting outside of a Starbucks, and I was like, you know what, come inside with me, let me order you breakfast. He got a sandwich, he got a drink, we talked a little bit. The guy behind me was like, this is just such an amazing thing. Everyone was looking, because we were kind of like, he was kind of like veered off from me until we got to like the front, but everyone was like looking at this man like, what's going on? And then they realized he was with me, and I'm just like, everybody, it's like, it's okay. And we like chopped it up while we were waiting for our food. He ordered, and it's something that I actually do often. Like, I oftentimes, if I can, I will buy food or give food that I have to like someone who doesn't have, and it can simply make their day. It makes my day to know that, you know, food is like everyone should eat, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, so create a list of 10 things, and it doesn't even have to be like something big as that. It could be something for your mom, it could be something for a kid in your life, like it could be something for anyone. Just jot down 10. It could even be, it can be anything. Something that you could probably do for a classroom. Maybe you went to a school and they didn't really have that much like books or something like that, and you're at a point where you could put together $500 and give some kids some school supplies. Like, just jot down a list of things, and even if it's something that you can't do right now, maybe when you're financially able, you can look back at that list and be like, oh, this is something that I want to do, you know? So yeah, back to the list. Number 19, this is also like a good deep one. If you could remove a social issue and have it had never existed, what would it be, and what would the world be like if that issue didn't exist? So I have two top issues, and if I had, like, homelessness is one. I wish that people were not homeless, and that's something I'm really like, I just wish people weren't homeless. And then two, which would probably be the one that I would choose over homelessness. Those are my top two, but this would probably be the one that I personally would choose, is that kids. I wish harm did not happen to kids, any sort of harm. Like, I wish kids didn't have to go through any type of harm, whether it's just like being bullied, being beat up, being sexually harassed or molested, or just like anything with kids. When it comes to kids, like, I wish that kids didn't have to go through the things that they went through. And I guess I'm gonna share my journal entry with you. I didn't write it down yet, but this is exactly what I would write down. And if that wasn't a part of, if that was something that never happened in the world, I think that we would actually have a very much more loving earth. I feel like that would actually solve a lot of other things that happen. It would probably solve domestic violence. It would probably solve any sort of abuse. Just like as adults to other adults, I feel like a lot of illnesses and a lot of like things stem from things that happen when you're a kid. And so I feel like if that is something that never existed, a lot of people would move through the world way different. So that's my journal entry. I'm actually gonna jot that down, and that makes me feel good to like visualize a world where like this thing didn't exist. And I hope to put that energy out so that maybe one day that's something that we can just like erase from ever happening to kids in the future. So that's my journal entry. Boom. So something similar to that. Jot that down. All right, moving on to number 20. Describe something in great detail. I feel like this is something that I practice, and I'm sorry if this video is getting a little bit longer. I'm just gonna like rush through the rest of them, but this one is really important. I feel like describing something, like being able to think of positive thoughts and get that emotion behind it is very, very important. It's important for visualization, it's important for manifestation. All these things are very, very important. And I feel like for me, when it came to visualization and manifestation, yes, I'm able to do certain things, but I feel like one thing, when I think of positive thoughts, I don't always feel the emotion behind it. So it's just like, and that is what propels the energy. So if you can think about things, you can say things, but if there's no energy radiating from your body behind it, it's just like, so I thought to myself, why like, how do I get there? And usually it's momentum. So it's just like, when you have one positive thought and it's followed by another and another and another, it will build momentum, and that would kind of like build the energy too. For people, that is just probably hard to do that from the very, very beginning. But this is a good tool that that I started, and it's just like, just visualizing small things. Like if I went to the beach, how does the sand feel on my toes? What does that make me feel like what is that feeling? So describing specific things, like eating ice cream, like how does that feel going down your throat? And how does that feel, like how does the coldness feel when it touches your lips? How is the, like what is that feeling? And I chose ice cream because I really, really love ice cream. And it's just like, why do I love ice cream so much? I love the consistency of ice cream, I love the taste of ice cream, I love how ice cream makes me feel. I just really love ice cream. So picking certain things and really describing them in such detail, because detail will then build the momentum. At least that's how I look at it, because if you're describing something in detail, it's not just one line and then it's done. It's like, with each sentence and with each word, I'm feeling it. I'm actually like experiencing it, sort of, as I'm just like talking about it. Like my mouth is salivating about ice cream if I go into great detail about the best ice cream experience I've ever had. So that is something I feel like would be great to write down. So it's just like, you sit there and you just like write that down. Now I'm gonna go through the other ones quick so you guys can get this. Number 21, research and write I love you in 10 to 15 different languages. Number 22, write a letter to yourself from the perspective of your dream partner. Number 23, think of a not so, and this is the one in the beginning I said it might start with like the negative, but it's definitely gonna evoke positive. Think of a situation in which you wish you handled it better but didn't, and then write the situation as if you did handle it the way that you should have handled it, and what would the outcome have been. Number 24, if failure was not an option, what would you be doing? Number 25, and this is ironic because I didn't intentionally do this, but 25 things that you are good at. Number 26, write down what you love most about yourself. We get into the habit of thinking all these negative things, but jot down everything that you like about yourself and really go into great detail about what you love most about yourself. Whether it's your eyes, your personality, how you care for people, how you're motivated, how you're a hustler, anything. Write down what you love most about yourself. Number 27, find and write something positive about someone you don't really like that much. It could be a celebrity, it could be someone in your life that you just can't get rid of, but find and write something. Find the positive. You can always find the positive in almost everything. Try your best to find the positive in something or someone that you don't like. 28, and I actually would love it if you guys can comment this in the section. This page is feel good songs. What song do you listen to that just makes you feel good? Sometimes when we're in a funk, we kind of listen to songs that don't really make us feel that great, but for some reason it's just like it resonates with what we're going through. But no more of that. When you don't feel good, only listen to feel good music that's gonna get you up and like ready to clean, or ready to jot down your goals, or just make you like ready to turn your life around. Okay, jot down your favorite songs that make, or just your feel good songs. What is that song that just makes you just like vibe out? That's the song I want to know. Number 29, describe something you want in extreme detail. So we have one similar, but in this one, describe something that you want in extreme detail. Whether it's a car, whether it's your dream partner, whether it's a job, whether it's an award, anything. Describe something that you want in extreme detail. Like, and this is another thing, this is another tool to like build momentum. The more that you think about it and more that you vision yourself actually partaking or participating or experiencing what it is that you really want, the more likely it'll come on to you, or you'll start seeing signs. Like, you'll start seeing it, I promise. And last but not least, this is actually something that I was already like, it's so crazy, because I was in my head, I was like, oh, I want to start doing this, like I want to start doing this, but I didn't know the name of it. I didn't know the word like used to describe it. But recently I came across this lady's video. I think her name is Sparkle Marie, and I totally hope I'm right, but she was talking about something called scripting. And it's so crazy because before I even heard the video, this was something that I was going to do. This is something that like I have a journal like set aside just to do this. So scripting, I'm gonna tell you what I was gonna do, and it's very, I'm pretty sure it's the same exact thing. So what I wanted to do is that when I start like coming home at the end of every day, start journaling the day that I actually want to live. Not journaling the day that I actually had, but in the future, the days that I actually want to experience. So, you know, I want to come, I want to start the day and I want to be laid up with my husband, and then my kid comes running into the room and he's so excited and he kisses me up, and then we get dressed for school and I drop him to school, and then I go, I'm like running my own businesses. I work out of my home, or I'm probably renting out an office space, and I'm doing really, really well, and like I'm in love with like how much money that I make and how I'm able to support my family alongside of my husband, and I have like 2 or 3 cars, and I live in a really like beautiful home. I want my first home to be like kind of like a loft style home. Like that's like just fully like every day, like this is what happened the day, like that day, and it's just like just literally recapping the day that I want to live. So it's pretty much putting that energy out there for it to attract to me. And how she uses it is pretty much when you want something, it's just like write, how she explains is just like write something in great detail of like thanking the universe for what they have brought to you. So that's really what scripting is, but I feel like it sounds really similar to what I'm doing too. So it's pretty much the same thing. When I heard it, it resonated with what it is that I wanted to do. So how she pretty much uses it is that she has a really luxurious journal, and this is where she writes like all of her material wants, all of her life goals, and just like thanking the universe for pretty much giving that to her. So I think that's an awesome tool that I'm so ready to get into. Like tomorrow I'm totally starting like a bunch of different mini challenges for me, and I don't want to overwhelm myself, but writing is definitely one of them, and I want to get into it. So this video is way longer than my first 30 journal videos, but it's because I kind of gave you guys sample excerpts of like what a journal entry can be, and I really hope that you guys enjoy it. Please put in the comment, what is your feel-good song? I want to know what your feel-good song, and also if you like this video, let me know if you guys want to see more of these. Please give me a thumbs up, like, comment, and share. It's your girl Indesha. This was a fun video to record, so I'm so excited to edit it. And I hope you guys stay tuned for all of my future videos. Thanks for tapping in. Now I gotta tap out. Bye.